Hello and welcome to the official Arsenal season review for the 2025-26 season. We've got every moment that shaped this history-defining title-winning campaign. So come with us as we relive every Gunners' goal from every game this season, starting with pre-season and a busy summer transfer window. First of all, we welcomed important new faces into our squad, starting with goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, who signed on a permanent deal from Chelsea.
I'm really happy to be here, really excited to be here and look forward to what is coming.
Spanish midfielder Martin Zubimendi was next through the door, the 26-year-old signing from Basque side Real Sociedad on a long-term deal.
Bueno, un momento muy importante en mi carrera, el paso que buscaba, que quería dar.
4 days later, Christian Norgard joined the ranks from fellow Premier League side Brentford.
First and foremost, do the best I can. I know how close the club has been to reaching the objectives they've had, winning one of these big tournaments, so hopefully I can help with that.
And our fourth newbie was impressive 23-year-old English attacker Noni Madueke.
Just to help the team in every way I can and grow as a player but also as a person.
Of course, ingoings meant outgoings, and during the summer transfer window, we said goodbye to 7 players, including midfielder Jorginho and Scottish defender Kieran Tierney, who spent 6 years with us. As transfers continued to bubble away behind the scenes, it was time for our first pre-season game whilst away on tour in Singapore. We love you! We began our preparations for the season ahead at the National Stadium against AC Milan, a first chance to see our new signings in action, plus key established stars, with Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka leading the way from the start.
Trossard with 4 inside the penalty area waiting. Filled in by Kivior, good delivery. Saka finds the corner, the flag stays down and Arsenal lead. Hit into the ground, bouncing into the net. Kivior delivers the cross and Bukayo Saka nets Arsenal's first goal of the 25-26 pre-season. Odegaard spins it in, nodded down, brilliant save, Torriani. Trossard got hold of that one. Torriani makes another good stop.
Well, this is a rasper from Leandro Trossard. Is he too far out to have a crack? Well, no. Plenty of whirly behind that.
Reece Nelson. Did Arsenal get a second late on? They would have done. Not for the reactions of the young Milan keeper.
A controlled professional performance to kick off the summer. Saka was the standout, constantly threatening down the right before stepping up to convert a penalty. The perfect pre-season start. It was exciting transfer news next as we welcomed 21-year-old Spanish defender Christian Mosquera to the team on a long-term deal from Valencia.
¿Todo bien? Claro que sí. Al final, como te digo, yo vengo a este grandísimo club con una expectativa muy alta, con muchas ganas de seguir creciendo, de seguir mejorando, de ayudar a los compañeros, de ayudar a este grandísimo equipo y ese es mi objetivo.
Then it was time for one of the most anticipated signings of the season as we welcomed Swedish international Victor Gyökeres to the team from Portuguese side Sporting.
It's a very big day for me and yeah, everyone around me. Yeah, I'm really excited to get going and yeah, to meet everyone in the club and yeah, just to start playing football for this amazing club.
Sometimes there's transfers that come along or a window or period that comes along that's really strategic. This was such a strategic window because if you looked at what happened the previous season, the consequences of missing out and the reasonings for missing out showed. with its squad depth was a killer in the previous season. There was obviously a real excitement about not just the personnel of the signings, but the amount of them. So this was quality and quantity. And it was about showing we're going to make sure that other things might go wrong, other things we can't imagine might happen, but we're going to be as prepared as we can so that the problem of last season is not this season's problem.
Same stadium, same city, and even more drama. Our second pre-season fixture brought a test against Newcastle, with Victor Gyökeres making his first appearance in an Arsenal shirt, ready to support his new teammates.
Continued his run. Tonali's able to pull one back, and that's a big chance. And Newcastle take an early lead. Anthony Elanga gets his first in black and white from their first foray forward into the Arsenal half. Here's Marino with the shots, and that's a brilliant finish. He was the emergency striker last season, Mikel Marino. And he's picked up where he left off with his finishing too. Picked his spots and placed it to perfection. Arsenal are back on level terms, and it was clinical. Havertz's ball. Oh, and his feet fired into his own nets. Disaster for Alex Murphy. And in the matter of 2 minutes, this game has flipped on its head. Kai Havertz with his second assist in quick succession. And Arsenal lead by 2-1. Still just 19 years old, finds Murphy, who's managed to squeeze one in at the near post. It went through a sea of players. And Newcastle are back on level terms. Just like that, Max Dowman away from one, into the area, and surely does get the penalty.
Yeah, he's had Joel Linton on toast from the start of the game. He first got fouled by him, and he took him to task there.
So Ødegaard's the Arsenal captain to put the Gunners ahead once again.
After falling behind, we showed real character to come back and win a second game in Singapore. Mikel Marino was the hero, finishing against his former club, before Max Dowman stole the show off the bench, winning the penalty that Martin Ødegaard coolly converted. It was the North London derby in East Asia next, as the team flew to Hong Kong to take on Tottenham.
Opportunity for Ødegaard to curl one, and it spins away for a corner. Let's see what Saka can do. Take two with the corner. And Ødegaard with the volley, and flicks wide of the target. Looked in towards that near post, hits the post. Far post as it was. The shot spins for Ødegaard. Ødegaard hits the post.
Well, that's twice now. Tottenham Hotspur have struck the woodwork, first from a corner.
Here comes the delivery, and this time Richarlison somehow cannot convert from what? 6 inches out? Good far with that familiar standing start, but the ball over the top finds the net. Well, David Vieira, as I was about to say, takes up those positions way outside of his penalty area, and if the move breaks down, there is always the threat of a strike from distance that will clear the keeper and go in. Still Saka right on the overlap. How many times have we seen that over the last few years? And as often as we would have liked last term. Play goes on here, and the shot ricochets up and over. And good to flick it through. Havertz with a layoff here, and the prop forwards just getting underneath that, unfortunately. Martinelli as he's going down. Might get a go here. Still Kai Havertz. What a moment for Arsenal's new number 14, Victor Gyökeres, strides onto the pitch. Full to the edge of the area. A shot well struck by Max Dowman.
Despite dominating for large spells and creating plenty, Spurs nicked it through a controversial strike after Miles Lewis-Skelly was tripped. Our first defeat of the summer, but lots of encouragement to take into the final pre-season fixtures. Back on home turf for the first time in the summer, we faced Champions League grade opposition in the shape of La Liga club Villarreal.
Okay, we'll take that one. Down from the sky, Lewis-Skelly with it. He's finding Gay on the edge of the box, off the post. I didn't know too much about the rebound, and it will be eventually turned in. And it's Nicola Pepe on his return to Emirates Stadium. A muted celebration from him. Nice ball over the top by Alberto Milero to find his former Las Palmas teammate, and that was an excellent save initially by David Raya, but then tapped in from close range.
Nobody stays with a runner, just gets his head up, comes back to Pereiro, just dropped in at the far post, and as all good centre forwards do, you make sure you're following the rebound. De Jong just has a simple tap in.
Every Arsenal player inside that box starting their run at the far post. Martinelli hangs one up, there's Norgard! And there is a first goal in Arsenal red and whites for Christian Norgard.
For Martinelli, Declan Rice just feeding it to the far post. Christian Norgard completely unmarked at the far post, and it's a very good technical area. You'll make sure of all that time you've got, you head it down.
It's Comesaña. Oh, he's played a wonderful through ball for Danjuma, who's through on goal and is able to get Villarreal a third.
It's a brilliant finish because Danjuma knows that he's got to go across Kepa, gives him absolutely no chance, even though Kepa gets a slight touch to it.
He went down that time and he's won another penalty for Arsenal. Just like he did against Newcastle.
Got brought down for a penalty. Yeah, just great movement of his feet.
It's Ødegaard. Arsenal are within reach. He held his nerve. And he sent Villarreal's goalkeeper the wrong way. Arsenal 2, Villarreal 3.
A special moment for Norgard, who scored in an Arsenal shirt for the first time. Martin Ødegaard converted a late penalty to give us a late chance of a comeback, but we fell just short. Lessons learned ahead of the Emirates Cup. The Emirates Cup is always one of the highlights of Arsenal's pre-season. This year, the Gunners welcomed Athletic Club to North London, aiming to finish our summer friendly schedule on a high, with silverware on the line and a chance to give the home fans a further look at our new arrivals.
Right corner, swinger incoming. Delivered towards Gabriel. Saka. Zubimendi first time, and then brilliantly delivered by Victor Gyökeres to give Arsenal the lead. The first of many, we hope. Still going, puts it on the play for Saka! Arsenal have two in the blink of an eye. Martinelli and Saka back in the old routine. The two wide men combine. The assist making it simple for Arsenal's star boy. And Havertz through the centre should get there first and does. Now they breaking forward. Can he finish off? That is brilliant! Wonderful run under real pressure. Shows his class and quality to steer beyond Unai Simon to give Arsenal a 3-goal lead.
The perfect pre-season send-off, with Victor Gyökeres opening his account with a powerful header before Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz got on the score sheet to help us lift the Emirates Cup in style. The Premier League 25-26 campaign began at the home of old foes Manchester United. Our 100th consecutive top-flight season kicked off with a Super Sunday away day, a proper test of our credentials from the very first whistle. After impressing in pre-season, Victor Gyökeres and Martin Zubimendi made their Premier League debuts alongside Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli on the flanks.
Max. It's a brilliant ball through for Mbeumo. Arsenal need to be careful. Mbeumo a low strike towards goal, but very reminiscent of the goal that he scored for Brentford last season against Arsenal. Oh, by India's flaps, and it's headed in by Calafiori. Well, he loves a goal in Manchester. And just 13 minutes into the Premier League season, Arsenal are up and running. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. Cunha, Fernandes up there with him. Torgu's hit the post. And that was a stunning strike with his left foot. He's the Arsenal captain again, though. Away from Fernandes. Here's Martin Odegaard.
Oh, that's a big chance, Max. Lots of space in front of him.
Able to drift infield. There's Martinelli laying it off for Declan Rice. Struggling to keep up. Here's Torgu. And Mbeumo! Another excellent save by David Raya. It's Declan Rice! Into the side netting, it did take a deflection. It will be an Arsenal corner. Here's Havertz in no particular urgency. He's picked out a really nice pass for Odegaard, who slips it through for Saka. It will go down as a big opportunity.
A gritty, composed away win to gain our first 3 points of the season. Ricardo Calafiori's headed opener from a Declan Rice corner set the tone, and we defended resolutely from there on in. A perfect way to launch the campaign.
Going to the first game of the season against United, obviously, is one of the biggest games of the season as well, especially away from home. And being the first one is very, very special to start the league and the way that we did it. We won 1-0, and personally, I think I had a really good game. So it was a good memory and a really, really good start of the Premier League season.
It was match day 2 next, but it also marked major transfer news. After much speculation, we announced the signing of England international 27-year-old midfielder Eberechi Eze, much to the delight of a packed-out Emirates Stadium.
I know the names that have wore this shirt before me, and for me, just to, as I said, man, I see this opportunity as something that's like a blessing. So just to be able to be here, you know, I'm gonna give everything I have to pay back this type of respect, man.
On to the action, and our first home game of the season against Leeds United. Mikel Arteta made 2 changes from the win at Old Trafford, handing Noni Madueke his debut and giving Julian Timber his first start of the season, whilst Martin Odegaard marked his 200th Arsenal appearance.
Over comes the corner. Header comes in, and Arsenal have taken the lead. Timber turns away, and he guided the header in.
And a fantastic delivery again from Declan Rice, and it's a great header from Julian Timber.
Rice wins it back. Timber, Saka, chance, Goal! Arsenal lead 2-0. Bukayo Saka, his first chance in the game, and he rifles it in.
There is never going to be any doubt. Comes out to Bukayo Saka on his unfavoured right foot.
Stole a march on his defender. Gyökeres coming inside, he shoots and he scores! Victor Gyökeres is off the mark in his Arsenal career, and they lead 3-0.
There was only one thing he had on his mind, that was cutting in, getting onto his right foot, then as he's come to his right foot, and he's just smashed it past Perry at his near post, giving absolutely no chance whatsoever.
Damage limitation here. Rice's corner. It's a very good ball in. And is it going to be bundled in? It is! Arsenal have made it 4. There was an inevitability to that. Timber has got a second. Listen to the reception here about to come. So Madueke's coming off, replaced by Max Dowman. Scare is charging up the pitch. Dowman goes down, is that a penalty? Referee has a look and he gives it. Arsenal have got a penalty, won by Max Dowman. A comprehensive win, Victor Gyökeres. Was there ever any doubt? Rifles it into the corner, and Arsenal have a 5th goal and a 2nd for Gyökeres.
A 5-star performance from a dominant display. History was also made as 15-year-old Max Dowman became the 2nd youngest player to make his Premier League debut, winning a stoppage time penalty that Victor Gyökeres hammered home for his brace.
Yeah, my Premier League home debut was of course special because we won 5-0. I managed to score 2 goals and yeah, to start the home campaign like that was incredible, and yeah, to celebrate in front of the fans was great.
A trip to Anfield next, a tough test as we face last season's champions Liverpool. Gabriel Martinelli replaced the injured Bukayo Saka, with Mikel Merino lining up in midfield alongside Martin Zubimendi and Declan Rice.
Rice on duty again. Flicked on by a Liverpool player. Madueke shoots, forces the save. Out of Alisson. It was a good height for the goalkeeper, but he had to make the save.
Yeah, I don't think he generated as much power as he wanted to, but he got a shot on target.
That's a good ball. Madueke, Alisson's right off his line there. Madueke with Kerkez in front of him. Madueke cuts inside, he shoots, deflects, and out for a corner.
That's a couple of times now he's got in down the right-hand side, got one behind the full-back, because he's so quick. It's a great ball. It's a great ball. He's travelled a long way, but he's so quick and direct, and again, good defending. It's held him up.
Now, Gyökeres. Good hold-up play. Shot was blocked from Timber, and Calafiori shoots. Dragged wide at the end. He wants a corner.
It's a great little run, great pass. Oh, that looked like it was going on target.
Now this is better from Arsenal. Timber getting up the pitch. Madueke. Jurian Timber. Nice bit of skill. And Calafiori blocked. Shot comes in, deflects from Gabriel. That will be a corner.
Yeah, I think Calafiori wanted that a little bit earlier, so he can set himself up for the strike. Timber just delayed it a little bit.
It's a good strike, what a goal! A brilliant strike from Szoboszlai, and Liverpool have the lead.
That's a superb free kick. Caught it sweet, put it in the left-hand top corner. It's a great strike.
Our 9-month away unbeaten run came to an end in unfortunate circumstances. Despite David Raya making key saves, a stunning 30-yard free kick in the final 10 minutes proved the difference. After the first month of the season, we sat 3rd in the table, behind Liverpool and Chelsea. Only Wolves had failed to register any points. Deadline day brought more big news as we welcomed Ecuadorian international Piero Hincapié on loan from Bayer Leverkusen for the season.
siempre he visto partidos de la Premier y veía al Arsenal y obviamente también tienen un gran entrenador y tienen jugadores de mucho nivel y pues nada, me convenció eso, las ganas de querer ganar cosas, de querer ganar títulos y pues bueno, eso es lo que me motiva también, venir aquí.
Back at the Emirates, we were set to welcome Nottingham Forest, the first of 7 fixtures in the next 21 days. Eberechi Eze made his home debut, while David Raya took his place between the sticks for a milestone 100th Arsenal appearance.
Headed away. What a strike, what a goal! Zubimendi with an absolute sizzler.
That is a peach. He has caught that absolutely beautifully. I mean, it wasn't the greatest defensive header from Forest out. It goes straight to the edge of the box. They've got all their men in the box, Tim. They're trying to protect their goalkeeper. But that is an absolute banger from Zubimendi.
Got to be careful and mindful that they can't let Forest get any confidence.
Ball over the top, Eze got time, pulls it across, 2-0, Gyökeres. It was as simple as that, ball over the top, Eze, lovely ball into the path of Gyökeres, who couldn't miss.
Well, what a fantastic start. I mean, Eze has made the perfect decision. He's put that ball across. Gyökeres was not favourite. There's 2 or 3 Forest defenders in there, but he's made it his own.
Now Ndoye getting away from Calafiori. Pulls one into flex, it's hit the crossbar. There's a bit of hesitation back there, but Arsenal survive for now. Victor Gyökeres, Madueke. Gyökeres on the overlap, Gyökeres! Oh! Cannoned off the post.
We got a 10 out of 10 coming on for a 10 out of 10, so we've got great players.
Arsenal goes short, Declan Rice, thought about the shot, didn't quite come at the right angle for him. Trossard clips one in, header comes in, 3-0. Zubimendi's got a second goal. And Arsenal are in total control.
Yeah, and he's not the biggest lad in the world, and to get a header, I don't think he can believe it. Trossard with his first touch. Lovely little clip into the box, and that's what I said about bringing, when you've got quality coming off the bench that you can just replace quality that was on the pitch with, makes a big difference.
3 goals and another clean sheet. Martin Zubimendi with a standout performance, scoring his first career brace. Raya's 100th appearance could not have ended any better. Our dream of lifting the Champions League for the first time in our history started with a trip to Spain to face Athletic Club, the side we beat in the Emirates Cup just weeks earlier. Mikel Arteta made one change to the side, with Declan Rice coming back into the team.
Early ball over the top for Victor Gyökeres. He's in behind here for Arsenal. Gyökeres angles against him, but he gets the shot off anyway. It's a comfortable save in the end though. Zubimendi to Rice, and here's Timber now. Timber's delivery into the penalty area. And Victor Gyökeres threw himself at it and just couldn't quite hit the target. Right at the other end of the pitch. It's a ball in behind for Berenguer. Left-footed ball across the face of Raya's goal. All it needed was a touch. Rice into the box it goes. That's a header from Gyökeres, and it's not far wide, you know. The working, they've covered an incredible amount of distance. Mikel Merino covering around about 6.5 kilometres in that first half. Here's Madueke. Lovely take. Noni Madueke almost caught the keeper out at his near post. And now Simon with a strong left arm. Eze, left-footed delivery into the box. Marino's header straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. That'll go down as a chance for Arsenal. The first Champions League outing for Eberechi Eze comes to an end as Rice helps it on. Trossard then flicks it into the path of Gabriel Martinelli. Can he bring it under control? Gabriel Martinelli through on goal, and Gabriel Martinelli scores! A substitute that's worked wonders from Mikel Arteta. The pair of them combining to brilliant effect. And Arsenal, on 71 minutes, take the lead. That was brilliant from Merino into Rice, and now Martinelli, full of confidence, looking to take on the fullback. Gets to the byline. Gabriel Martinelli cuts it back. Trossard tries to bring it under control, gets the shot off, and it's in! Arsenal have a second. Leandro Trossard has got the goal his performance has deserved. He's been brilliant since coming on, and surely now Arsenal have wrapped up the points.
Gabriel Martinelli continued his record in Spain. This was his third goal on Spanish soil, following efforts at Sevilla and Real Madrid. The victory marked 6 straight wins against La Liga sides, a record in Europe's premier club competition. The biggest home game of early season came next as we welcomed Pep Guardiola's Manchester City to Emirates Stadium. William Saliba returned from injury to bolster our defence, lining up alongside fellow centre-back and our captain for the day, Gabriel.
Arsenal looking to prevent Manchester City breaking away here. Erling Haaland's dropped deep, and that's Tijani Reinders. He's been brilliant since joining City. He's got Haaland on his right, uses him. Erling Haaland in on goal, and Erling Haaland scores. An early Manchester City goal. Arsenal caught out on the break, and you can't give that man a chance, because if you do, invariably you'll be picking the ball out of the back of your net. Works it back inside to Mikel Merino. Went for the reverse pass. I don't think it was intended for Madueke, but he gets a shot off and forces a brilliant save out of Donnarumma down to his left.
It's a lovely touch and turn from Madueke, and the shot, he's got it covered.
Saka's delivery, Gyökeres challenging. It's half cleared. Zubimendi's effort, that wasn't far over, you know.
Yeah, Zubimendi, I mean, you're going to have to hit a top corner to beat this goalkeeper, and that's not far away.
Here's Trossard on the left. Clips it into the box. Zubimendi was arriving. It comes to Eberechi Eze. And it's brilliantly saved by Donnarumma.
You're just trying to hit it with a little bit of the outside of the foot and hoping that it bends away from the keeper.
Doku plays it into the space for Erling Haaland, and City could be in here. Haaland straight at Raya this time, and then Eze kicks it against Rice, and fortunately for Arsenal, it deflects up and over the crossbar. The Gunners really did get away with that. Eze clips it in behind. Opportunity here for Gabriel Martinelli. Lifts it over Donnarumma, and it's into the back of the net. Gabriel Martinelli, who came off the bench in Bilbao and was brilliant, has done it again for Arsenal. 92 minutes on the clock, and it's all level.
That is an unbelievable finish. He has seriously delivered.
Martinelli's brilliant injury time equaliser meant we ended the day with another point, with Mikel Arteta now unbeaten in 5 league games against Guardiola. Round 3 of the Carabao Cup, a chance to rotate and give minutes to the wider squad. Kepa made his first appearance between the sticks, Christian Norgard made his full debut, and Hale End Academy stars took centre stage, with Ethan Nwaneri, Mars Lewis Skelly and Bukayo Saka all starting.
Martinelli is free. Oh, it's left for Eze! But what a moment for him. Ebere Eze scores his first goal since returning to his boyhood club.
I think that Eze's going to hit it with his left foot. He lets it roll across his body, opens it up, side foots it past Gauchi in the Port Vale goal.
Finds Merino. In for Eze. Good low stop by Joe Gauchi. Denies Ebere Eze a second goal tonight. The second goal, and passes like that from Kepa perhaps aren't going to help. Here's Devante Cole.
Again, it's just lack of concentration, really soft play from Kepa. So we're playing coming up to 78. What a ball that is from Max Dowman.
Perez in behind. That's an excellent block by Cameron Humphreys.
Gyökeres has got to be a little bit sharper. It's a brilliant ball from Max Dowman. That as the ball drops down, he should be in it on the volley. But what he's done is he's let it drop just there. Just got to be a bit sharper there, Gyökeres.
Trossard, that's a lovely take. Leandro Trossard gets Arsenal second.
It was a magnificent touch. Obviously, Saliba just looking to run at Trossard. Then you look there, it's Humphreys who's playing Trossard onside. Good decision from the assistant on this right-hand side. Velvet slippers touch there from Leandro Trossard. Just takes the ball down, cuts inside, and then cuts the ball back across Gauchi. low down to his right-hand side to put the game well out of Port Vale's reach.
Eberechi Eze opened his Arsenal account with a neat finish, and Leandro Trossard sealed it late from off the bench. A clean sheet, a place in the next round, and valuable minutes for the squad players. A trip to St James's Park, always one of the toughest away fixtures in the league. Newcastle had lost just once in the top flight and came into this game full of confidence.
Now Timber. Wants to deliver to the far post. Eze will bring that under his spell. Oh, that is a brilliant save by Nick Pope. 4 clean sheets already this season, and you can see exactly why. Here's Eze. Saka is on the move through the middle. Murphy, we're back there. Gyökeres goes to ground, and it will be an Arsenal penalty. Jared Gillett will go to his screen. Now, typically, we know what this means. What will the decision be?
After review, the Newcastle goalkeeper plays the ball and there is no foul. The final decision is
Saka surrounds the Brazilian midfield. And here is Leandro Trossard. The frame of the goal. Closest Arsenal have come. Stenali, who's short this time. It's a brilliant ball in, and it has been headed home by Nick Baltimada against the run of play. 6-yard box. Eze. This is ball, it's glanced on, and it's glanced in. Mikel Merino against his former club, and with just over 5 minutes left to play. Odegaard this time. Run in, and it's been headed home. And it's Gabriel with a towering header. And what an important goal that could turn out to be at this early stage of the Premier League title race.
An incredible comeback with 6 minutes to go delighted the away support and took us 2 points off top spot.
I just think I'm gonna score. I think it was the best moment for me in this club. Feel really amazing. I think it was a top game for us, and of course we don't want to be on this pressure, but I think in the moment we play away and we come back against this team is really good for us.
The end of September saw us in second in the table with 13 points. Down the other end, Nottingham Forest and West Ham were struggling and had both said goodbye to the managers they started the season with.